Hello everyone, and welcome to the MMB update, live from the MMB production studios. So, did you notice why I ditched the old format? It's because I wanted to throw back to update 3 and do these in a newsroom setting, and this version is from the HTF Survivor Episode 2 trailer. Also, I'm using my MMC avatar again. But enough about that, let's talk about a recent controversy featuring the YouTuber Emma. Now before we begin, this update will be all about a certain user's allegation towards a minor, so viewer discretion is advised, because this guy had done some very messed up stuff. So, let's begin. Now as you all may know, recently, the YouTube user named MMB had been accused of grooming a minor, and apparently, this minor happens to be the creator of Snower's former GF, Winter. Now I know the Snowers and Winter at MMC Cross HTF are completely different than their HTF fandom counterparts, but the reasoning behind why Snowers dated Winter at one point is extremely messed up. Now you may be wondering, what in the Reese's peanut butter fuck did this happen? Well, let me rewind you with this document from Nektazu, which I will link in the description for anyone to view. According from this document, this girl named Quincy started dating Emma at age 16 while Emma was 24. Now that doesn't seem like an issue, but if you look at the age gap, there's a reason why he's a pedophile. Although they have been dating for almost 5 years, and she is 21 now, they claim to just be predating to wait until she turns 18. But since predating isn't a real word, it just means they were dating, meaning a child, now an adult, is 8 years younger than her partner. This all started in 2018, the same year Amnesia 1 and HTF Harmony Prologue Part 1 released. But, here's the scary part, apparently this was against the creator of the character Winter. Yes, the same Winter scene with Snowers in the Nemo episode. Well, I would know the title if the video wasn't taken down because of this. I think it was called Sweet Treats, but of course, I may be wrong. Anyways, on the r/HappyTruths subreddit, which is also linked in the description, Winter said the following. So basically, Nemo reached out to me when I was 14 and asked if we could ship our OCS together. Even at the time I saw it as a red flag, but I was a genuine fan of his and just went along with it. We started talking and got on fine for the most part. So far, everything seemed normal, but here's where everything starts to crash down, just like Ryan Olbert's death in Amnesia. Man, I love referencing that. Continuing on, she states, but Nemo would sometimes get very annoyed at me. I knew about his NSFW art, and from what I can remember, he sent me a bunch and talked about it. For those wondering, NSFW means not safe for work, or in other words, porn-related material. See, I told you that this was going to be messed up. So messed up that Nemo threatened to make porn out of Snowers and Winter. Damn son. That's nasty. But this doesn't end here. Another Reddit post states that she was a victim of grooming, meaning that a sexual predator builds a relationship with a child or adult to abuse and exploit them. They build trust but use it to control, isolate, and abuse their victims emotionally, physically, and sexually. Take note, this was the main reason why Snowers dumped Winter in favor for giggles, so that this would be not a problem. But guess what? You just got exposed, you dirty taint licker. After the post was made, nothing happened until Winter reached out to other means. Next, saved a few screenshots before Emma started censoring the meds, specifically Mr. Splendy, Arminst, and Jfer. There's proof that art assets were made of both Snowers and Winter in bed together, as well as them having a child, which is like, next level of wrong. At least Hunter and Rose's child Jessica comes from the future 3665. As you can see from these images, these are very suggestive in why cancel culture exists. Quincy was kind of protecting Nemo as she decided to yell at Winter on Reddit about all of this too. The entire argument goes like this. Flaxapuff said that she made some mistakes as a 15-year-old by not cutting him off sooner. She states that she thinks that what he did was bad, but 5 years had passed and she just didn't know him as genuinely as Flaxapuff did. Winter states later in the argument that she was the victim and that she needs help. Flaxapuff later said that the immaturity she did in the past does not define who she is today, it's what she chose to do in the future. Winter said that she was too young to fully comprehend it. And in a series with violent and gruesome deaths, stress of certain situations can bottle up over the years, and it wasn't until now that she came out and told everyone what happened. A similar situation happened on Bluey's Discord server, where someone mentioned in a group chat that Bluey wanted to marry a 13-year-old while almost being 18. He turned 18 on April 4th of 2022. Mongi and the other moderators were already informed about this. Nemo kept Bluey on the server and refused to take appropriate action. Assuming Nemo told the moderators to keep him there too. Of course, Bluey is the creator of the Blue Beaver with the Supreme shirt. Nemo also unbanned someone who groomed someone, known as Martini. Nick wasn't there when it happened, because he's not very active in the fandom, but he has only one witness to this, and that being, you guess it, Rabbit. Her video of this same topic will also be in the description. Rabbit sent him a zip file which included screenshots of Martini grooming Caleb. There's tons have screenshots, but I'm only putting the relevant ones here, since the other ones are off topic and irrelevant, in my knowledge. Kiki is Caleb, by the way. This resulted in Emma deleting his Discord server and his Twitter. He also forced Mongi to be staff at his Discord. Now before we go on, here's something I discovered while writing the original script. Apparently a user by the name of Uko got a copyright strike for his video which was unuploaded of the Sweet Treats episode that started this whole thing. So he expressed his anger towards this false copyright strike by making a video called Nemo is trying to cover up the truth, which is his own version of why this dirty bastard is trying to cover up the truth. But in reality, he's nothing more than a person who should be in jail for life. Also, if you copyright my videos for using snowers, and, as Liam Neeson said in Taken, I will find you and I will report you to the authorities. Dan bastard is starting to turn into EDP, but anyways, back to the video. The staff at Nemo's Discord were notified about the pedophilia. 3 moderators attempted to nuke Nemo's Discord, or at least they should have at least handled the situation properly instead of doing that, and Nemo removed all moderator roles from the meds before anything happened. Then everyone started freaking out in the chat, but Nick saved only the important stuff. After moderators started speaking out about Nemo's actions, he started censoring them. The main general chat was then closed. Everyone moved to the second general chat, and when people found out about the pedophilia, people started trying to confront Nemo about it, while people were making jokes in the channel. Nemo started banning people and deleting messages, and then gave up by deleting the Discord. The next day, Nemo released a tweet longer to state his side of the discussion. Link to that is also in the description, but long story short, he said nobody's perfect, and he made a mistake. A mistake that might end a career. Despite Nemo's statement, inadvertently backed up Winter's prior claims. Brushing it off as soft loots, this comes off as a form of revenge porn and of a minor no less. Nemo proceeded to delete some deviant posts of Snowers and Winter, but luckily his fans reloaded stuff, so it still exists on the internet. Sadly though, Wayback Machine didn't archive his old posts. Nemo eventually confessed about grooming and revenge pornography to Rabbit and Edris. Edris didn't record Nemo's confession, so he then confessed to Rabbit. Nemo has groomed 2 people, with one victim still being taken by Nemo, except she's in her 20s now. Nemo is a dangerous person to hang around with, and you should stay away from him. Nemo has brainwashed the Happy Tree Friends community for over 5 years, with him having backlash after his Discord was deleted by him. His responses are very horrible, and he actually confessed to Rabbit and Edris. Now, you may be all wondering, how is this gonna affect the GX03 series and MMC Cross HTF series, among others? Well, Snowers is with Giggles in those MMC Cross HTF Light series, so there's no problem there. Also, Snowers was seen with Winter only in Giggles' Secret Power, but that episode was about Giggles and Snowers and Winter, since she was only a background character. Also, this is more against the user, not his OC. As for GX03, the script for both Prologue Part 5 and the trailer for Arc 1 are done, along with Arc 1 trailer's frames and voiced clips. Hopefully this doesn't take a turn for the worst, but if it does, I might just have to make my own version of it. I've also started production on the trailer for Lagan Biology Recharged and Part 4 of The Final Encounter, and both are close to done. Then production for Finding Windows Errors Episode 3 will start. Also, I somehow contracted generic virus 2019, and I might not be doing much, other than producing horror spooktacular episodes. Anyways, see you guys later.